A quiet beach along the Pacific coast, calm and deserted. A gentle breeze begins to lift the early morning mist.
Hey, Debbie! Over here!
It seems Jeff has found an ideal place for a quiet outing by the sea. Or has he?
Hi, been waiting long?
Nah, I just got here a few minutes ago. Say, did you feel a slight tremor this morning?
Tremor? Was there really an earthquake? I must have slept right through it.
You didn't miss much. Radio said the center was about 150 miles south of here.
Gee, I hope it wasn't serious. Were there any casualties?
Don't know. Radio said it was too early to tell you.
Wow. Look at the tide. I don't think I've ever seen it this low before.
Say, you're right. That's really weird.
Weird, yes. But sadly, more than that. The unusually low tide this particular morning will prove to be an unmistakable sign of an impending disaster. Any signs of coming trouble are lost on Debbie and Jeff, who are enjoying each other's company and the solitude of the beach. No signs of trouble. That's how it was in this city 150 miles away that same morning. Unlike most natural disasters, earthquakes are highly unpredictable and therefore utterly terrifying. 1 second, all is peaceful. The next second, devastation. We know that this solid earth of ours, this terra firma, is anything but solid and firm. The Earth's crust is constantly being pushed and pulled by pressures from deep within. And when the stresses become too severe for the strength of the crustal rock, it shears and snaps into a new position, producing a sudden vibration of the Earth's surface, sometimes a slight tremor, sometimes a violent earthquake. While scientists can explain how and why earthquakes occur, they are still developing accurate methods of predicting them. We do know that earthquakes are most likely to happen on fault lines, places where the Earth's crust is already snapped. In the United States, the Pacific coast is most vulnerable. But don't count on earthquakes striking only where they're most likely to occur. In fact, earthquakes of recordable magnitude have occurred in every state of the Union. So since we can't be sure where or when the next earthquake might strike, we might as well realize that it just might strike us. Think about it. Think about things like where the master electric switch and main gas valve are located in your house. Could you turn them off in an emergency? Think about not putting heavy objects in high places. Do you have a flashlight and portable radio handy? And if an earthquake should strike,
It just shook and shook and shook, and the wall just opened up. It scared those, out of me.
What did you do after that?
I ran to my bed and flopped on it, and grabbed a hold of it and held on. That's all I could do.
wrong. That's all he did. But it isn't what he should have done. He was lucky the ceiling didn't fall on him. He should have gotten under his bed, not on it, or under a sturdy table or desk. If those weren't available, he should have flattened himself against an inside wall away from windows whose glass can be shattered and sent flying like so many deadly knives. But at least he stayed indoors. Many earthquake injuries occur when people run blindly out of buildings. They are struck down by flying objects or collapsing walls. The real answer is to stay put. If you're inside, stay there and get under cover. If you're driving, pull over and remain in the car. If you're outside, stay away from buildings, trees, and power lines. There is no comfortable place to be during an earthquake. No right place, for that matter. But most earthquakes last for less than a minute, and for that period of time, try not to be wrong. Wait it out, though it might seem the longest minute of your life. Don't make it your last. And when it is over, don't make it tougher or more confusing by interfering. Listen to the radio for instructions and stay put. Leave it to trained rescue personnel to deal with personal tragedies.
There's a woman by the name of Helen in there.
That's my mother. The one they've been talking to.
Well, they've been talking to her. Apparently, she says that she's all right.
Yeah. But they thought that Grace was beside her, but she couldn't see her.
Well, from all indications, the fireman says that she seems to be all right. She's even asked for a glass of water.
That's typical of her.
When we get up a little ways, this pipe on your left, you can stand on.
Here she comes. All right. Bad a cow.
You want to go back?
No, we're just going down in there.
You don't need that.
That's all right. How do you feel, Helen? Check. Come on.
Lay down.
Come on.
Check you over. Lay down.
Yeah.
Been laying down all morning.
Here's your daughter, honey.
Just sit.
Right here, waiting for
Here's your daughter, Helen.
It's okay, Dad. Did they get dressed?
Hey, everybody, keep quiet. Sit down now. Just bend your knees slowly. Slowly.
Where's Heidi? Heidi's with Jim. No, he took her with her, and the dogs are down in that Orland. Okay. It's all right. It's okay.
Still alone and enjoying the day, Debbie and Jeff have forgotten about the tremor they spoke of earlier. Though the devastation is still 150 miles south, in the aftermath of the earthquake, there is still another horror on the way. It began earlier in the day, far out at sea. Though the ocean's surface seemed calm, below there was unrest. Dry land holds no exclusive rights on earthquakes. In this case, an aftershock of the earlier earthquake put tremendous stress on the rock beneath the ocean floor. The shear in the rock was directly vertical. A sudden violent upheaval of the ocean floor caused a vertical displacement of water. The water has to go someplace. So it is catapulted away from the epicenter with incredible force and velocity and called tsunami. Jeff and Debbie have missed the radio warning, and perhaps they never knew that unusually low tides or earthquakes along coastal areas are in themselves tsunami warnings. In deep parts of the ocean, a tsunami may cause a mere ripple of 1 or 2 feet, its enormous mass hidden by the depth of the water. But as it nears the shallow waters of a coastal area, there is no place for the tsunami to hide. The bottom forces it up and up to the devastating height of 50 feet or more.
Jeff! What is it?
Oh, my God. It's a tidal wave. Let's get out of here.
Earthquakes and tsunamis, 2 of the most terrifying forces known to man. Learn all you can about them. Then think about it.